We are getting to enjoy a pretty seasonal weekend here in the area. Right now, 80 degrees at Savannah Hilton Head International Airport. Partly cloudy skies are going to gradually clear out tonight. A very light south-southeasterly breeze, and the humidity is on the uptick as, of course, dew points do rise as we get into the night as the atmosphere settles down a little bit. Right here is a look at Viper radar, and it is dry in the coastal Empire and Low Country, with the exception maybe a couple sprinkles here and there, but some of those could be false returns too. Bottom line, 20% rain did not verify today. We may look at that again tomorrow on the beach, but other than that, Tybee Island is going to be the spot along with Hilton Head. Temperatures will reach the upper 80s on the beach, 90s of course once you get inland, and the water temperature is going to be about 85 degrees or so. Great conditions out there. Be mindful of that burn time, and also the way the swell sets up for our Georgia beaches, there will be a moderate risk for rip currents in play there as well. But outside of that, a very nice beach day really on tap for the area. Now we do need to be mindful the heat is going to settle in, but first enjoy the seasonal temperatures tomorrow. It is going to be quite a nice day in the area, albeit of course the very typical hot and humid, but we do get a heat dome. A ridge of high pressure sets up. Dry conditions next week, but incredibly hot temperatures. When you get mid and upper 90s in this area, it does feel downright uncomfortable, and unfortunately we don't have rain or a ton of cloud coverage to really provide relief for that. A look at the regional view. Again, high pressure, it is under the banner here, but it is starting to settle into the region, and gradually you will find this theme to continue. Not a lot of cloud coverage, not a lot of sensible weather to begin with anyway. Temperatures out the door tomorrow, lower 70s inland. We'll go mid 70s right along the immediate coast, and watch the chance of some showers moving in. Sea breeze will be there. There will be just enough deep moisture to support maybe a shower or storm or two, but I'm not going more than 20% on those rain chances. And another lovely evening on tap with, again, fairly comfortable temperatures in the 80s again, and that's going to stick around for the first part of the week. Again, starting off, not a lot of humidity in the morning. Again, your very typical average temperatures to start the day, but Monday is the first of several hot days. Mid 90s for a lot of the area. Then we get into Tuesday. Starting off the day, mentioning again, with high pressure, one thing that's beneficial is that does allow a lot of heat to escape, again, relatively speaking for this time of year. So low and mid 70s again, but you get into the afternoons and we're looking at mid 90s, even some spots between these sites may go into the upper 90s with feels like numbers into the 100s. Let's go into Wednesday. Still a fairly mild start, relatively speaking, but then those afternoons start to get really hot and uncomfortable, and that's when you get those heat index numbers 105 degrees or higher. That's only going to get hotter as you get pushed later on into the week. Very straight storms are now pretty much out of play now. Partly cloudy skies throughout, 73 degrees to start the day. Into the day tomorrow, though, 92 degrees. Very much looking at just straight storms, not thinking anything isolated in coverage. That would be incredibly generous. And again, seasonably hot. Nothing out of the ordinary for the area. On the water, 87 degrees. Winds will be out of the south at 10 knots, 2-foot seas. Again, on the beaches, be mindful. Moderate risk of rip currents for the Georgia beaches and even some shores on Hilton Head Island, and that midday low tide will be in effect. Let's look at the extended forecast and let's get through a seasonal weekend. Let's go to the middle of the week where temperatures do start getting very hot for this time of year, and you do look into the latter half of the week where those morning lows get warmer. That's when we could be flirting with heat advisory criteria with those heat index values possibly reaching 105 to 110 degrees.
That's very hot.
Yes.
Very hot. All right, so grab those water bottles, grab that sunscreen, and get ready for a very hot week.
Yeah, some high clear temperatures. That's exactly what the PGA Tour players were facing all this